Viewers, your host Shiraz Ahmad Khan welcomes you in this video. In today's video, once again our discussion will revolve around a single topic, that is how to insert header or footer. And before starting this, we'll start our discussion from that what do we mean by header and footer and why do we need them in our document. So for the sake of practice, you can open any of the files of your choice. In my case, I am opening the file that we saved during the last video that was regarding the images. You can open any file of your choice. So viewers, let's understand first that what are headers and footers. So viewers, let's understand them with the help of a scenario. Viewers, suppose you have a 20-page document and you want to repeatedly place something before the start of your document. One method that we can achieve with the help of whatever is learned so far is that you can type that thing before the start of the document, or you can insert that image before the start of the document by moving it downwards. Then you copy it and then you will paste it onto rest of the 19 pages of your document. Definitely this method is lengthier and this method is prone to errors as well. How it is prone to errors, viewers? Suppose you forget to place it on any of the specified pages, but you are expecting that you have already done this, so this way it will be more prone to errors. And more interestingly, that after inserting that image or object or after typing that particular text on all of the pages, at some later stage, if you think that the text was wrong or the image was wrongly inserted, and in order to make modifications in it, you'll take start from page number 1 again, you will modify it again, then you will copy it and paste it on rest of the 19 pages once again. It will be a lengthier process. So parallel to this, we have another options with us, that is header. Similarly, you can, if you want to place something after the at the end of every page, so we have footer for that. So this is why do we need headers. Now what are headers or what are footers? And before understanding this phenomena, that what do they mean, let me add something more into your knowledge, that around the 4 sides of your page, of a single page of your document, you can see some blank white or empty area. These are known as margins. It means we have 4 margins. We have left margin, we have top margin, we have right margin, and we have bottom margin. So header is basically an area, it's an area that is before the text editor from where we start our typing, and it is inside the top margin. Similarly, footer is an area that is below the text editor where your text is adding onto that particular page, and it's inside the bottom margin of your page. So we have learned 2 things up till now. Why do we need headers and what are headers and footers? Now the next thing is how to insert header or footer. There are 2 different methods. One method is you can click insert tab, and if you focus onto this header and footer group or section, you can find header option, you can find footer option as well. So one method is by using these options. So let's click header drop down arrow. These are inbuilt templates for header. Similarly, if you click the drop down arrow for footer, you can see same sort of templates for the footer. Here, because I want to highlight something that is basically a suggestion. It's not a rule. It's not something that is must. But being an experienced IT teacher, I always suggest my trainees and my students that regarding header and footer, always choose the template for header and footer, the blank template with 3 columns. Why I am trying to put emphasis onto it? The reason is, let's click it and let's understand the reasons that why I am trying to put emphasis onto it. Because usually we place 2 or 3 things in the header or in the footer. You can place one thing, by the way, as well. But usually we place 2 to 3 things. And we want to align them as well. We want to align something onto the left side. We want to align something in the center. We want to align something onto the right side of the footer as well. So if you try to handle these things yourself, I mean to say, if you try to align something onto the left side of the footer and something onto the right side of the footer, it would be very difficult for you. So for that purpose, choosing the blank template with 3 columns is the best choice. Always go for that. Now, the next thing is how can we type or what are these 3 things? These 3 are placeholders. And in order to replace them with anything of your choice, you just need to click over the placeholder and make sure that everything is selected. So viewers, this was method number 1. Now the next thing is that you may observe that while the control is inside the header, the rest of the text is grayed out. It actually means that headers are activated or footers are activated and enabled, and rest of the text editor is deactivated or disabled. And along with this, another tab is appeared, that is the design tab, and this design tab is purely for the header and footer. Now the second method to activate or enable header and footer is that just double click inside the header area or inside the footer area to enable them. How can we do that? Let's close this header and footer option with the help of this, and let's understand this phenomena. This is the header area, and according to the statement, we should double click inside this area. So let's double click. Look, automatically the header is activated and footer is activated too. You can close this or you can come out of it by double clicking the text editor anytime once the things are done inside the header or footer. Like I'm double clicking here. Look, text editor is enabled or activated now, and header and the footer, they both are disabled or deactivated. So let's go inside the header again. Now you can come out of this area by double clicking to the text editor, and you can switch in between the header and footer with the help of down arrow. Now the control is inside the header, and from this point, if you want to go to the footer, just press the down arrow key. It will take you to the footer, and now in order to go to the header, you can press the up arrow key. It will place the control or it will take you inside the header area. Now the next thing is, as I suggested earlier, let's choose the header template with 3 columns and the blank. So now let's see that what are the options for us. The next article, viewers, is the second half of this video that I'm going to highlight or show you the things which are usually required to be inserted inside the header or the footer. These things are known as automated objects, and they are outlined in the contents of today's video. Automated objects we are going to discuss. We can insert the page numbers, the date and time, the file name, the file path, file size, etc. These all are known as automated objects. It means that they are ready-made objects and we can place them anywhere inside the header or inside the footer. So let's start this from the page numbers. Currently, uh, let's insert the, let's see these options first. Currently, the control is inside the header and we are clicking page number. For the page number, option number 1, 2, and 4, they are very important. Option number 1 means that we want to insert the page number onto the top of the page. By top of the page, we mean the header. And for top of the page, left aligned, center aligned, and right aligned page number, and another template with us. Similarly, for bottom of the page, left, center, and right bottom, and we have another template with us. And for the current position, let's understand this. Now, let's select right placeholder in the footer, click page numbers, and now current position. By current position means that we are directing Excel to place the page numbers where the cursor is right now. So I'm clicking this option. Look, the page number is inserted. And as I claimed at the start of the video that wherever you insert header on any of the pages of your document, automatically they will be displayed on all pages of your document. So we inserted footer. We inserted page number in the footer of page number 1. And if you scroll downwards, you can see that page number 2 is automatically appearing. So this uh, process is automatically handled by Microsoft Word. That's why we call it automated object. Let's explore a few more. Suppose if you want to insert the date in the center of the footer, so let's click this, go to the date and time. It will show the date and time dialog box, and different date formats are there. You can double click onto any of the date formats, or you can click onto any of the date format and finally click OK button. But before leaving, do not forget to click this update automatically option. This actually means that whenever you open this document, even after months or years, this option, this date will be automatically updated according to that particular future date. So I'm choosing this by double clicking. Look, the date is inserted. By the way, you might be thinking that you can type the date yourself as well. Yes, you can. But in that case, it won't be updated first of all, and then secondly, it won't be treated as an automated object. Now, Microsoft Word will take care of this date because we inserted this date as an object. Now, click this left option and let's explore a few more automated objects. Click the document info option. You can insert author. You can insert file name. You can insert file path. One more thing, viewers. File path always includes the file name. File name means just the file name. If you click this, only the file name is inserted there. But if you click file path, it will include the path where the file is stored along with the file name as well. So we have successfully inserted 3 different automated objects in the footer. Now let's go to the header. And now let's see that can we type anything else apart from all these things? Yes, we can. So let's do it. Prepared by the author. You can apply any formatting onto it. You can make it bold, italic, underline, whatever you can do on normal text. You can perform the same operations onto the headers and the footers as well. Even you can insert any picture there. Usually the companies, the organizations, they place their logos, they place their mottos in the headers or in the footers. So moreover, if you click document info, the last option is field. The same option is available in quick paths, and the third option is the field option. All of these are different objects, automated objects, and they call them fields. Usually we do not require them, but some of these are being used by different people depending on to their requirements. So I suggest you to go through these options yourself, like date is there, like edit time is there, like file name, file size, same options are there, like We have the more options with us, like total number of pages, like total number of words in this document, like page number is there, page reference is there, like let's choose number of words. So double click this option. Look, automatically the total number of words are appearing there. Similarly, let's explore few more fields, like last saved by option is there. If you click this, so this is giving us some information that this document was saved by this user last time. Now the final thing is how to come out of this header. As I already mentioned at the start of the video, that you can come out of it, this header and footer, by double clicking the text editor or by closing this, by clicking this close header and footer option. Because sometimes after inserting the header or footer, the people, it's very common mistake that they forget to remove these placeholders. So they do not look good. It's your responsibility that if they are of no use, so it's your responsibility to remove them. And to remove them, just select them by clicking onto this placeholder and press the delete key. Now come out of header by double clicking the text editor. And finally, one last thing is regarding the headers and footers is, if you again go to the design tab for the header and click the header drop down, the last option is remove header. It means that if you want to completely remove the header, instead of just deleting each and every option one by one, just click this. Header will be blank now. Similarly, place the cursor inside the footer or activate it. Go to the footer option and click the remove footer option. So this way you can remove the headers and footers all at once. Viewers, finally save the changes in this file, and I hope you will like this video and you will subscribe my channel as well. Stay blessed. See you during the next video. Goodbye.